There you go.
Hi everyone. If you'd come in just a view, I have people coming in via Skype. You got the old man and Ryan, and you'll see the 2 additional viewers right there who can see me. Everyone wave hi.
Hi. We got 2 waivers. We got a Daniel. We got a
And
mom.
we have mother-in-law and then someone else working the camera behind. Joy, you're not in the camera. Please get in the camera shot, sweetie.
I saw her earlier.
I did.
Oh,
Hi.
maybe.
Hi.
Oh, there she
And
is.
then here in person, I have my wife who's holding the camera.
Hi, I promise I'm here.
And my neighbor and one of my friends.
She's my friend, not yours.
Okay. That verifies that everyone is here, so if you don't know, yeah. Hi. Normally I'd stand, but seems a little easier just to sit. I brought you all here today to inform you, the audience, on why reading to your kids is so important. It starts out as actually the most valuable thing you can do. By the end of my speech, you'll know that reading to your own children is literally the most valuable thing that you can do. Here you'll learn that you will have the million-word gap, an increase in development and mental maturity, and how it actually preps your child educationally and career-wise for the future. To start off is the million-word gap. And what that means is it breaks down reading to a child 1 minute, 5 minutes, up to 20 minutes a day. And in between that child reading 5 minutes of that quick story in that 20-minute gap means your child will hear and phonically discover 1 million more words. So with that, they're getting a broader view of the words. But not just that, the substance of your books. You're showing them jungles, exotic locations. These things show up and matter. And it teaches the children that these things are out there and it's more than just the 4 walls that they see every day. Lastly, it also sets and prepares their mind for learning. So as doing this in repetition, you are prepping the child and telling them that day in and day out they're going to learn and see something new. It helps pick up for education as well as their hobbies and things like that. All of this was found at a study by the University of Ohio. Next, and this all leads to the setup in an increase in mental maturity. The increased phonics. English is not an easy language. Each one of our letters has multiple sounds, and this will help the child start to learn and adapt that from the beginning of the alphabet on. Seeing the different letters and sounds that your vowels, your consonants make. Another thing it sets them for is an increase in emotional and mental behavior. I didn't actually know this, but having the child sit down there while you read to them and intake actually it's actually good for their mental and emotional well-being. I didn't actually know that. And lastly, it increases their listening comprehension and their identification, which it feels like I'm struggling with right now. Essentially, just the more you read to them, the more they're able to identify as things go on, plots, structures, characters, what that character did, and conflict resolution. And with conflict resolution sets up for my favorite part, setting them up for higher education and career. The first thing it leads them to is as you read stories, they'll identify the plot. What problem did the character maintain, and how did they resolve said problem? We all know how useful this is. Everyone uses this in your day-to-day life. And higher education and career, this is what we're all hired for jobs. We all solve some sort of a problem, and that's what we do. Another thing that it'll do is a help with foresight. It's been proven that children who read more have more foresight in terms of seeing what's going on and preparing, as well as identifying problems, solutions, and seeing that just because they've hit a wall, it isn't the end-all, be-all. And this information was from Akaje Pierre, The Effects of Length and Transponded Letter Symmetry in Lexical Decision. It was published in the British Journal of Psychology. So here, with this, you've gotten to see that you have that million-word gap that helps solve, the increased dimensional maturity, and the better foundation for higher education and learning. So with this, I'd like you to know that reading to your child is in fact more valuable than a trust fund or all that last minute SAT prep that parents dread paying for. That's it.